Welcome aboard the beautiful Celebrity Reflection. In this video, join me for day 1 on this 4-night sailing as we explore everything the Celebrity Reflection has to offer. From the pool and the food to some of the ship's more unique spaces and the best drinks on board, we'll experience it all while uncovering one standout perk that makes sailing with Celebrity feel just a bit different. But first, our adventure begins in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And a good morning from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is cruise day, and today we're going to be boarding the Celebrity Reflection on a 4-night sailing that's going to take us to Key West and the beautiful island of Bimini, with those videos coming out in the near future. With that being said, let's head over to Port Everglades, board the Celebrity Reflection, and see everything that this ship has to offer.
After a quick 15-minute Uber ride from my hotel to Port Everglades, I arrived at Terminal 29 where the Celebrity Reflection will be departing today. I had the earliest boarding time at 11:30, but I ended up arriving 30 minutes early and I was able to check in right away.
Just arrived to the cruise terminal and now it's time to go through security.
A few moments later.
So the security and check-in took about 5 minutes, which was a pretty smooth process. Now it's time to board to the Celebrity Reflection. So one of the perks with sailing with Celebrity is that once you're on board, you can go straight to your room and drop off your bags. So I did not check any bags in for this trip. I'm just planning on dropping them off as soon as I get in the room, which is a really nice perk, and I think MSC does this as well. It's almost time to board.
Once on board, you'll find signs posted as you board the ship, making it easy to head straight to your assigned muster station and get that checked off right away.
So prior to getting into the ship, you do have to go to your muster station. So they have signs here right when you get on the ship directing you to your muster station. So that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do is go to the muster station.
The muster station was really easy to find, and it also overlooked the atrium, which really sets a tone for the rest of the ship. The sailing took place during the holidays and the ship was decorated throughout, including this massive red rose and other seasonal touches which looked really nice.
Just got to the room. As you can see here, right here are the key cards for the door, but the room is not ready yet, but we can certainly go in and drop off the luggage. All right, just got into the room and it looks like the room might be ready. However, there was a sign at the door that said rooms may not be ready, but it looks like it is ready. But I'm going to give you guys a full tour a little bit later in the video, just in case they need to come here and do any more cleanings. But yeah, this is a really nice perk of Celebrity. Basically, once you get on board, you can just drop off your bags to your room and then you can go and start your vacation, which is pretty nice. I wish more ships would do this. But yeah, this is a quick peek of my room here. And this is a ocean view balcony stateroom. Do keep in mind, if you are booked in deck 7 of the ship, you will most likely have some sort of obstruction view. And this is what I'm referring to. So if you look down below, you'll see lifeboats on the right side and to your left as well. It's obviously not a big deal because you can still see the ocean and majority of the area. However, just something to keep in mind, if you do plan on booking a deck 7 room, you will have lifeboats underneath you.
We'll come back to the room a bit later for a full tour, but first I headed up to deck 14 to check out the Oceanview Café, which is the ship's complimentary buffet. The Oceanview Café is open throughout the day and is one of the main dining options on board. The buffet has many different food options, even for picky eaters, and if you plan to eat here on boarding day, I'd recommend coming in early before it gets busy.
I'll show you guys what I got here. So I got some pasta, roasted potatoes, pizza, some seafood, grilled steak, and some watermelon. I really like the buffet here at the Celebrity Reflection. They do have a variety of different stations, such as Indian food, grilled food, seafood, and stuff like that. So it's good that there's a ton of variety here, and the food here is pretty good so far.
Next, we'll go and check out the main pool, which is located on the same deck as the Oceanview Café. Outside, you'll find 2 pools. One is more shallow and the other is a bit deeper. One of the activities you often see on sea days is the officers versus guest pool volleyball game, which I'd recommend checking out. It's a lively area and a popular spot to spend time during the day.
Alright, here we are in the pool area, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty nice here. There's many chairs available here in Embarkation Day. Tons of chairs. And there's actually 2 pools here. One is 4 feet, and the other one is 5 foot 9 inches. Right next to a pool bar nearby, you're going to find the towels, so this is where you can grab your towels for the pool. I'm currently at the main pool area here on the Celebrity Affection, and it's really hot outside here today in Fort Lauderdale. So I asked the bartender to give me his most recommended drink, something that will cool you off on this hot day. And he recommended the Miami Vice, so I went ahead and ordered the Miami Vice, and I'm going to show you guys that drink next.
I found the service around the pool to be great, and my drink arrived in about 5 minutes.
And this right here is the Miami Vice. Looks really good. Can't wait to try it out. It's very refreshing, especially on a really hot day like today. Definitely worth it in my opinion.
Around the pool area, you also find a variety of activities throughout the day, including a hole-in-one golf challenge, which I didn't win, but it was still a lot of fun. Just one deck above the pool area, right next to the Moss Grill, you'll find the ship's complimentary ice cream station with different flavors alternating daily.
You can find complimentary ice cream one deck higher from the main pool area, which is deck 15, and today's flavor is strawberry, and it's really good.
You can also find complimentary ice cream inside the Oceanview Café with a few more flavor options available.
So if you guys don't like the flavor that they have available in deck 15, you can always come down to the Oceanview Café, and they have their own ice cream station over here with tons of different flavor options to choose from, and I'm going to show you guys what I got here. So I got two flavors here. One is the kiwi flavor and one is a strawberry flavor with some chocolate sauce on top and some sprinkles, and I gotta say, I can't wait to try this out.
From the pool, I headed one deck higher toward the back of the ship to check out one of Celebrity's more unique spaces.
So we're actually going to go one deck higher from the pool towards the back of the ship, and I'm going to show you guys why. I'm currently at the top deck of the ship near the back of the ship, and what's cool about this area over here is that this whole area here is covered in real grass, which is pretty interesting, and they have built-in sprinklers here that water in the grass. I must say it's a pretty cool feature that they have on the ship here with the real grass area. And around here you also see these cabanas. Now these cabanas here you can rent for a fee through the Celebrity Cruises app if you want to spend your day here just enjoying the views of the ocean in this whole wide area of green grass.
Next, I made my way toward the front of the ship on deck 16 to check out the Solstice Deck.
I'm currently at the top deck of the ship near the front, and this is the Solstice Deck. Now what's cool about this area is very peaceful. You can catch a really nice breeze if it's windy outside. And out here in port today, there are 5 ships. There's the Liberty of the Seas, the Radiance of the Seas, Disney Dream out in the distance, then we have the Celebrity Ascent, as well as the Ritz-Carlton cruise ship. Next, we're going to go and check out the adults-only Solarium. And here we are in the adults-only Solarium, and what's cool about this area here is that it's roofed in. So if it rains, you're not going to get any rain coming through here. So it's also adults only, so you're not going to see any kids as well. And what I really like about this area here is the pool. As you can see, it's very spacious and large.
Next, we'll go down to deck 7 for a full room tour of my stateroom on this 4-night sailing.
Just got into my room, and now it's time for a room tour. The room that I booked is the Oceanview Balcony Stateroom, located in deck 7, room number 7236, located in midship of the Celebrity Affection. Let's take a look.
Right as you enter the room, you'll find the bathroom on the right, and it felt surprisingly roomy for a ship of this size. The shower is a glass door, and you'll also find shampoo, conditioner, and body wash provided. You'll also find a sink with a good sized vanity and counter space, along with complimentary body lotion. Just outside the bathroom, there's a full-length mirror along with the main closet space. The bed itself was very comfortable, and the pillows made it very easy to get a good night's sleep. This room also comes equipped with a sofa bed for additional sleeping space. The TV is positioned directly across from the sofa, and you also find a safe and a mini fridge which comes stocked, but the items are not complimentary. There's also a small desk located next to the TV area. Stepping out into the balcony, you'll notice the lifeboats locate just below, but they don't really disrupt the view as much. You still have a clear sideline out to the ocean, but let me know what you think in the comments below. This balcony includes 2 chairs and a small table, but one of the chairs was in pretty rough shape. Next, I headed down to deck 5 to check out what I think might be the best coffee spot on board, the Celebrity Reflection. Walking through this part of the ship, passing through the casino and the shops, it really stood out just how large the Celebrity Reflection feels, especially considering it's about 125,000 gross tons. Here we are at Café El Bacio, where the service was excellent and the coffee was just as good. You can either order at the register or find a seat if you prefer to be served. The cappuccino was my go-to drink and it came with the side of biscotti.
Just got back to the stateroom and we were originally supposed to leave port around 4 o'clock. But since there are so many ships in port today, we are number 5 to go. So we're going to be leaving around 5:15, 5:30. But I'm going to show you guys the ships that are leaving port right now. And out in the distance is the Liberty of the Seas. And there's still about 3 ships left to go before we go. So it's going to be a while.
About 30 minutes later, it was our turn to leave Port Everglades right behind the Celebrity Ascent. Soon after, it was time to check in for the 5:30 p.m. early dining at Opus restaurant on deck 3. Service began with bread and 3 different flavored butters that changed daily. After that, drink orders were taken, followed by the main menu, which offered a good variety of options to choose from. The drink came out first and I decided to try out the strawberry fizz. If you like fruity drinks, I would definitely recommend it. For my appetizer, I went with the baked French onion soup and a Caesar salad. For the entree, I chose the oven roasted jerk spiced chicken, followed by dessert and some fruit. Next, I made my way toward the front of the ship to the Reflection Theater to check out the evening show for day 1, the Broadway Cabaret.
I'm currently at the Reflections Theater here waiting for the Broadway Cabaret. I heard it's a pretty good show, so let's go check it out. Just made it to my stateroom, and Celebrity is actually one of the very few cruise lines that does Turndown Service. And over here, there are 2 pieces of chocolate with the Celebrity branding wrapping paper. Pretty cool. And next, we're going to go out in the balcony in the middle of the night and see what's out there. And here we are in the middle of the ocean. It is currently 10 p.m. and out in the distance is the Miami skyline. So we'll be going this way towards Key West tomorrow. And that should conclude the first day on the Celebrity Reflection. Now, if you guys are curious about Key West and Bimini, I would highly recommend checking those videos out on my channel. You definitely do not want to miss those, especially if you're looking for something to do in Key West or Bimini. But with that being said, if you guys find this video helpful, useful, enjoyable, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it and help the channel out. Until next time, see you in the next video.